Fix your bayonets, fill up the sandbags, and get ready for war. The battleground is going to be Sturgis, Hog Wild, coming up August 10th. And you're going to see one match that I'm really looking forward to, and that's Eddie Guerrero getting an opportunity to take that WCW United States heavyweight title right off the waist of the Nature Boy, Ric Flair.
You know, Ric Flair talks about being in condition. Everybody knows how great condition the man's in. He's had, I don't know how many matches, you can't even count in a computer how many matches he's had where he's gone over an hour, had to put that much time into the ring.
He likes it.
But Mr. Guerrero is so fast, so quick. He could have said he could become the next United States heavyweight champion. Is that Peg Bundy?
Well, no, it's not. It's Psychosis.
That white flaky stuff you get around your elbows?
Yeah. We're going to see some high-flying action, some lucha libre style action. Psychosis in there with Billy Kidman, and I guarantee you these boys can both fly around the ring. Do not be misled by the size of Billy Kidman. This young man is strong, agile, and he can fly all over the place. Psychosis, a little riding trying to put his weight on Billy Kidman, wearing him down that way. Kidman back up to his feet, and now a yank and a hair.
You know, talking about Hog Wild, you know there's going to be more than 3 of them. You know that, the outsiders and Hulk Hogan.
Oh, yeah.
You know somebody else is involved, and we can't be looking in another direction. We can't be looking to another country.
No.
We got to look right here at WCW. That's where their third man came from.
That's
from
right.
The beginning. So that's why we've got to look right here. You can't trust a soul. Look at that.
Wow. Drop kick by Kidman. Over the top rope goes Psychosis. His own momentum taking him over there. There'll be no DQ on that. There goes Kidman. Wow. I told you this guy can fly.
And this is very dangerous because these are steps here.
Yeah.
I mean, he can crack a kidney, your neck, your back, ankles, arms, legs.
You're right. See where they are. That's not padding out there in that grit. That's cement.
What if he hooked one of his horns going over?
Well, then he would be a one-horned flying. No.
You've been playing your old records again,
I have. Playing the old 78s. Wow! Spinning wheel kick by Psychosis.
Off the top rope.
I mean, that's a spin wheel kick and a half. And he's got Kidman rocked. 1, 2. Kick out by Kidman.
Kidman's going to be good when he puts a few pounds on him. Has a few more matches under his belt.
Yeah, you're talking about a rookie. Psychosis, a little more experienced. Not only in this country, but also in Mexico, and actually around the world. Psychosis internationally known in Japan, in the United States, up in Canada, down in Mexico.
He's got him
all over. And now, oh my word! Oh,
no place to go! No place to go!
Kidman is in a world of hurt. Psychosis can probably do anything he wants at this point. 1, 2. I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
Kidman's operating right now on fumes.
He must be. Yeah, his needle is definitely on E. I'm surprised Psychosis didn't go for a submission hold rather than a pin effort. And well, Kidman now firing back.
Now you don't know his psychology about this, you know. In Mexico and in Spain, a lot of those Spanish countries, it's a different style.
You're right.
Oh, but it all still hurts.
Psychosis says it's over. Psychosis says I'm going to the pay window too, and...
No.
Oh, wow. Psychosis complaining about the cadence of the referee. He says, no, it's a 2 count.
I bet he thinks that Mr. Kidman is mucho loco.
Well, he thinks that Mr. Kidman is muy malo at this point. Very bad.
He lives in Maui.
No, malo, bad. Like bad is good, kind of bad. You know what I mean here, Bobby?
No.
Well, okay.
Look
by
at
head
that.
Scissors by Kidman, and down goes Psychosis. Where did he get the stamina? Where did he get the energy for that?
Well, that's conditioning. He walked right up that man, went over the top of him, head scissored him, took him over, now he's back on his feet. Reversal, into the turnbuckle goes Billy Kidman. Here comes Psychosis.
Nobody home, and now Kidman with the advantage. Do something here, Billy. Come on, kid. If he does what I think he's going to do, this is going to rival Greg Louganis. Look at that. Bam! He's got him. 1, 2, 3. The biggest win in the career of Billy Kidman. Wow.
He didn't even crack his head on the diving board. He did it.
Unbelievable. I'm sure that when the shock wears off, there's going to be nobody more excited than this young man, Billy Kidman, putting it the winner's circle over one of the most internationally regarded stars, Psychosis.
Look at Kidman, walks right up, Psychosis, goes over the top, head scissors him. There's your winner. Off the top rope, Billy Kidman, his first one that I know of.
Wow, we're coming right back.
WCW Worldwide Wrestling continues with a debut here. We saw earlier Juventud Guerrero, one of the top cruiserweight contenders in the world from Mexico. Here's another from Mexico. Our first look on Worldwide Wrestling at Super Calo.
I've heard a lot about this man. I want to get a look at him, a close look.
Very unique attire, wouldn't you say, Brain?
Well, he don't work at an airport.
Well, at least he doesn't work at an airport in the United States. Super Calo makes his entrance, and he has to contend with a man who went all the way, Brain, to the championship of the Cruiserweight tournament recently, Brad Armstrong.
Well, you can't take a back seat to Brad Armstrong. The man's a top competitor, has been for years. Very tragic accident happened to him about a week ago.
What, Brad I didn't hear about that.
Well, he lives in...
I would have known.
Well, he lives in Marietta, Georgia.
Yes.
And he stopped at a convenience store, I guess, a couple of days ago, and 3 rednecks jumped out of a truck and saw him in his wrestling jacket and run him up on a flagpole for 9 days.
Where did you get that information?
Marietta Monthly and Gazette.
Marietta Monthly and Gazette?
Top reading.
You have spent way too much time in a hotel room. The matchup, Super Calo and Brad Armstrong here on WCW Worldwide. Randy Anderson, the referee.
Smartest masked man in the world, they say.
What, Super Calo? Why do they say that?
Because he can hear what they're saying about him.
Apparently so. The ears are obviously sticking out of the mask there. That is very unique.
Either that or he's taking a left.
His whole attire is unique. The hat, the shades, the mask. Super Calo.
It's getting on to 1997. You're going to see a lot of strange things in this world.
Boy, you sure are.
Especially here at WCW.
Brad Armstrong is as fundamentally sound a wrestler as you'll find in the sport. And he has to combat this unique style that Super Calo brings to the ring. Much like Guerrero. Juventud Guerrera, like Conan, like Rey Mysterio Jr. Snapmare takeover.
Oh!
How about that move? Jumping on the back of the head. Sitting on the back of the head.
Now, are those glasses that are made into the mask? Those can't be regular glasses he's wearing.
They would have to be glasses made into the mask, yeah.
He wouldn't be that stupid to wear glasses in the ring. Look at this, look at that!
I don't think WCW would allow that either. It's a cross body block and a shoulder block takedown. And Super Calo ducking through, showing some power. How about this? An arm drag taking Brad Armstrong all the way out.
Cross body to an arm drag.
How about that? Brad Armstrong very crossed up here.
It seems like he's getting a little crossed.
Oh, a double drop kick, if you will, over the top. Super Calo with a high-risk maneuver, springboarding from inside out and doing basically like a somersault, landing on the back of, or the front of Brad Armstrong.
And Armstrong had no place to go. His back was flat, flush on that floor, and he took the compression of that blow.
Super Calo.
Oh, I know his girlfriend.
Super Calo's girlfriend?
Mary.
Mary. I don't think I know her.
Mary Poppins.
Oh, I get Super Calo fragilistic. Yeah, good.
No, his last name's Gonzalez.
Would you stop? Up on. Oh! He tried a reverse splash that time.
His hat's still on. That amazes me.
How about that? Armstrong sent Super Calo in. Back body drop.
Must be John Wayne's kid.
And Brad Armstrong, big clothesline. Brad Armstrong.
His hat's still on.
Has the Russian leg sweep. 1, 2, 3. Brad Armstrong beats it.
Oh, he did. Very, very impressive, too.
I tell you, the cruiserweight division, you cannot overlook Brad Armstrong.
He's a sleeper.
That's right, with the Russian leg sweep, much like the diamond cutter, when that is put on, the match is over.
Well, you're right about that. The match is really, really over when he slaps that on. You know, Calo had a good chance here, but Armstrong understood what this man was doing. He was going to do a lot of aerial moves, and Armstrong was just going to get out of his way. Armstrong had done his homework. What I like is his hat has never come off yet. Armstrong gets him in the Russian leg sweep. Floats over on top of him for the 1, 2, 3. It won't be hats off for Super Calo. It's back to Mary Poppins. You're going home all by yourself, pal.
When we come back, a big 8-man tag team event, including the Dungeon of Doom.
8-man. 8-man.
That's what I said. We are ready for more action here on Worldwide Wrestling on this Slim Jim Halloween Havoc weekend. Ladies and gentlemen,
either that or a bullfight.
If you haven't done so, pick up the telephone call. Make the all-important telephone call right now for Slim Jim's Halloween Havoc live at the MGM Grand in Las Vegas. It's this Sunday. And Juventud Guerrero, one of the top contenders to the WCW Cruiserweight title, making his way to the ring.
I'll tell you why it's important for people to order the pay-per-view and the people that are around the Vegas area to be there for one simple reason. History could be made on this date. I mean, there could be a new organization, the NWO, wiping out WCW once and for all. If they get all the titles, they get everything they want, and who knows who's going to join them, who knows who's going to leave them, who knows who's going to contribute to their reign of havoc, who has any idea what they're even up to. But if you're not a part of this and you have some joker at work say, hey, Ernie, did you hear what happened the other day? No, I missed it, Carl. Then you're going to look stupid like everybody else on the assembly line. So you better watch it and be there and be part of history. Go ahead, Tony.
Thank you. Here's Eddie Guerrero making his way to the ring. Eddie, the defender of the Battle Bowl ring, coming up this Sunday at Slim Jim's Halloween Havoc against a dastardly Diamond Dallas Page.
What'd you call him?
Dastardly.
Oh.
Want to remind the fans that if you live in the Las Vegas area, that tickets are still available for this Sunday's event at all Ticketmaster locations, or you can stop by the MGM Grand Garden Arena box office. The box office open during regular business hours. We look forward to seeing you there. We expect a gigantic crowd on hand. Oh, Juventud Guerrero sends Eddie Guerrero down. And make sure you join us for Slim Jim's Halloween Havoc. The Macho Man Randy Savage to go one-on-one against Hollywood Hulk Hogan.
You know, the more I think about Randy Macho Man Savage, the more I'd love to see what a psychiatrist would say about this guy. Or maybe take him to Mayo Clinic, let him dissect his brain, or give him some kind of a personality transplant or something. I mean, this guy is off the wall, and he's dangerous, and I'm glad.
Trying to headlock takeover. I'll let you know there is a difference. They are not from the same family. Juventud Guerrera than Eddie is Eddie Guerrero.
I bet the mailman has fun on their street.
I bet you they don't live on the same street.
I bet they don't get any mail.
Eddie is from El Paso, and Juventud is from Mexico. In the ropes.
The only time they go to the post office is to see if Uncle Pancho's up on the wall.
Go ahead, you stop. Backhand shot. Eddie Guerrero, who has been really leading a crusade for the entire Guerrero family against Diamond Dallas Page. The cause of Diamond Dallas Page and his recent antics, where he tried to take Eddie out back in August after Eddie won the Battle Bowl ring and tried to humiliate Eddie's cousin, Chavo Jr.
And he can do that all by himself. He don't need Dallas to humiliate him.
Oh, you really think that's the case, huh? You don't like this Guerrero family at all now, do you?
Well, you know, I'll tell you, I tried to get an interview once with Eddie Guerrero, and he shoved me away.
No, really?
Yeah, and he made a remark like, it'll be a cold day in Juarez before I talk to you, or something like that. But I don't like the guy.
Apparently he doesn't like you either.
Apparently he doesn't know how I can help his career.
But the fans like him, as you can hear. Oh! Spinning splash that time from a springboard position, 1-2. And Juventud Guerrero, young warrior as they call him in Mexico. Thought he should have had that one. But he's back to the attack once again with a...
And you know what they call him in Omaha?
What?
Lost.
Up and down. It's a brain buster by Guerrero. And a lateral press to boot 1, 2. A 2 count. Notice, if you will, Nick Patrick, who told us before this telecast that the neck was okay. He didn't have to wear the cumbersome neck brace if needed, so he's going without it.
Now, Tony, you know how much I dislike the NWO.
Yes, I do.
Especially because of Hogan. Not because of Hall and Nash or anybody else. Their business is their business. But because of Hogan. That's the reason I hate. So, the statement you just made is totally false.
Oh, what is that, Brain?
Forget it.
In the back, the small of the back, and a head scissor takeover from the middle rope. No, did not get it. Juventud Guerrera trying everything to keep the shoulders down for 3. Nothing seems to work against Eddie. But don't feel bad, Juventud. Most people have realized that one. Eddie to the attack, and he's got Juventud caught on the ropes. Stunned him with a gut shot. Eddie hooks him, superplex may be coming here.
No
Yes.
fly zone.
Eddie Guerrero. After the superplex, maybe the frog splash.
Oh, he's got him.
You're right about that. It is over.
Oh, Taco Bell, it's over.
Eddie Guerrero gets the win here on Worldwide at the Slim Jim's Halloween Havoc Weekend. The event this Sunday, he and Diamond Dallas will go at it for Eddie. It's not only for the Battle Bowl ring, it's for family and honor as well, Brain.
Well, I understand Diamond Dallas doesn't have the ring. He claims he knows nothing about it.
He's probably already pawned it off.
Pawned it.
Yes, pawned it. Here's our Pep Boys Power Pin of the Week, Brain.
Eddie Guerrero got Juventud up there, takes him off that top rope. Diamond Dallas has to watch out for this. And watch out for this. Don't get in a position where he can lay on you with that jackknife splash off the top rope for a 3 count. Be careful, Diamond Dallas. Be very careful of the Guerreros.
The Power Pin of the Week brought to you by Pep Boys, America's Automotive Super Center. Everything but gas. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Yeah.
It's time for one of 2 back-to-back main event tag team matches. Got some great matches still to come here on Worldwide. So good to have you with us. We certainly hope your family will have a tremendous Christmas. I know we are going to at our household.
And if you can't find anything to get me, don't worry yourself about it, fans. Just, you won't offend me with cash.
We won't worry about it at all, Brain. Would you take rolled pennies?
Yes.
You'd take anything, wouldn't you?
Well, I'm not the kind of a guy to insult somebody and give back a gift. I mean, I'm not like that, Tony.
All right, should be great tag team action as the Mexican team of Galaxy and Ciclope will face the team of Joe Gomez and Renegade here on WCW Worldwide Wrestling.
You have a tree?
Yes, we always have a tree.
No, I mean a Christmas tree.
Yes, we have a Christmas tree. Where's this going?
I just asked. You said you always have a tree. I thought you maybe meant a cypress or a spruce.
Do you have a Christmas tree?
Well, down the street they have one.
You don't have a Christmas tree.
It's messy.
How dare you?
You know how much it costs to light those things?
You know what you are?
What?
You're a Grinch.
Stand up.
I am standing up.
Hard to tell sometimes.
Ladies and gentlemen, Starrcade is only 1 week away. It should be tremendous action, and it will be in Nashville at the Municipal Auditorium. Tickets available at all Ticketmaster locations. The box office open the day of the event only. Make sure to get your tickets for Piper Hogan, the match of a decade, the match of a lifetime, next Sunday, the 29th of December, from the Nashville Municipal Auditorium.
And I'll tell you something. I think in the back of my mind that Hulk Hogan is really concerned about Roddy Piper.
Yeah, he should be.
And you saw the vote of confidence Flair gave the man. I mean, when Flair backs you, that's good enough for me.
Well, Piper said he didn't need any help. However, he has to realize that to the situation dictate, he'll get it.
Yeah, but Piper's always been a loner. He's kind of like a James Dean. He does his own thing at his own pace, at his own speed, when he wants. Been in a lot of trouble, been fined a lot, been suspended, been in trouble in every aspect of life, if you think about it, but has always survived. I've been in the ring with the man. I've had the man put his hands on me and beat on me. He's one tough customer. I mean, he is a tough man. And Hogan, I don't think he knows what he's in for.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, Roddy Piper certainly was not the type of wrestler throughout his career that bragged of the gigantic pythons.
No.
But when it came to a fight, he had probably more guts, more determination than anyone else.
Well, he never says he's going to wrestle you. He never said he was going to have a match with you. He never said he was going to have an encounter. He says he's here to fight Hulk Hogan. And that's exactly what it's going to be. It's going to be a fight. And Hogan, if you don't know how to fight, I'll guarantee you something. When it's over and done with in Nashville, you're going to know one thing, is that Roddy Piper can fight. He can fight so good, he may become the next heavyweight champion of the world. Don't ever count him out.
A kick out. You know, the match is more than just being a world title.
You're right.
No one's even thinking about it being a world title. We haven't even talked about world title. We just talked about Piper Hogan.
And as great as the world title is, the belt that for 91 years has meant the standard in our sport, even though it's been spray painted, even though as great as the belt is, for the first time that I can remember in the history of the sport, it's almost as if the belt's secondary.
You know, I'm going to have to agree with you on that, Tony, because like I was talking about Piper becoming champion, but no one I've talked to said Piper could become champion, or will Hogan hold on to the championship, or what about the championship? Everybody's talking that Piper is going to kick Hogan's.
You know what?
Yes.
We all do.
Look at this.
Well, we've got extra company here.
Nasty's are in with Gomez.
Gomez and Renegade win the match, but they are not fit. The fight's not over. Out goes Ciclope, and I don't know what the Nasties are up to, but they're, oh my goodness, they pick up Renegade, and they're taking matters into their own hands here, Brain.
Why is this? What has gotten into the Nasties now? Didn't they? I think they need a nap. Those two morons need a nap.
We're talking.
A dirt nap.
We're talking about respect. Either we're gonna earn it,
Shut up!
or we're gonna beat it out of you the nasty way.
We are back, and we are at Worldwide Wrestling. It's so good to have you with us on this uncensored weekend. The event originates, of course, from the North Charleston Coliseum. It's time for the amazing French-Canadians, Brain.
I hope they sing.
Why would you want them to sing?
They sing very good, like Milli Vanilli. They're good. Ah, yes. Claude Rains of WCW at Casablanca. He has that look, don't he, Parker?
No, not at all, as a matter of fact. Thumbs down, and, well, are they going to get the microphone to sing? I mean, we're wasting a lot of time here. We could be wrestling for crying out loud.
Yeah, but this is we have the opportunity here to maybe hear them sing.
Would you stop, please?
The song just gets to you.
Hey, they're not singing. Hey, great. Time for their opponents. Real international matchup here. The amazing French Canadians against two men from Mexico. Super Calo and Villano IV. Here comes Calo. Villano IV in tow.
Man has never taken his hat off, even in the shower. That's what I hear. Hat never comes off.
I don't believe that at all.
That's what I hear.
We'll be going back to Monday Night Raw. Calo and Villano IV.
Stop the music.
Oh, no.
Now we would appreciate if you bunch of hillbillies would stand up and join us in the greatest country of all time.
Tony's standing not because he appreciates the French Canadians, because he's a hillbilly. Get down, get down.
They don't know the words. They do not know the words of their own national anthem.
You're Robert Goulet, so what? Song's that good, you can pick it up any place. It's like Roll Out the Barrel.
Fans, we want to remind you, North Charleston Coliseum in Charleston, South Carolina is the home of WCW's Uncensored. The event is available exclusively on pay-per-view. Even at this 11th hour, as you see the action hot and heavy here, make sure you call your local cable operator to be a part of Uncensored.
Well, I haven't seen this many people rolling on the floor since you and I went to that disco that night in Des Moines.
I've never been with you to a disco in Des Moines. See, you're lying.
She looked like you.
Oh, you can't win against you.
Colonel, have a little talk with him. Regroup him. The Colonel's made some wise investments for them with their money in the South.
Has he really?
Yes. Colonel's a shrewd businessman.
Colonel is a shyster, is what he is. Just like you. Knee to the back, the Canadian, Super Calo, and Villano IV to the ropes. Oh! A running lariat for the big guy, Carl Ouellet.
Mexico! What about the USA?
Doesn't like anybody, does he?
Nope. And now Jacques Rougeau, what a veteran he is.
Comes from a great tradition in the wrestling family.
Sure does.
His father, Jacques Sr., was a great wrestler. His uncle, Johnny Rougeau.
Here's the tag, Jacques and Willette. Sends him in double team.
Oh!
Up and down, and that was awesome.
And the hat stays on.
How about that?
Ever super glue a hat to your head?
Well, maybe in college, something close to that. Down goes Super Calo.
Oh, I thought she was going to do something.
So did I, actually.
So did the crowd. I saw 8 people leave.
Up onto the top turnbuckle. Look at this. A Boston Crab and a great double team. Oh, my goodness. What a maneuver. What a maneuver that was.
That's all for Calo.
Combination crab and a big leg drop. It is over.
He's hurt, and he's not going anyplace.
That was as good a double team, tag team maneuver as you'll find in our sport, Brain.
Boy, no doubt about that, and they were smart about it. You want parole? Nah. Anyway, when he hooked him in that Boston Crab and started sitting down on him, there was really no place for Calo to go. He should have given up right there, but then when Willette came off that top rope, with well over 300 pounds.
This is our Valvoline replay, used by top mechanics everywhere. People who know use Valvoline, Brain.
Almost takes him out of his boots with that running clothesline. Now watch this. This is good tag team wrestling. Jacques puts him right where he wants him. Willette gets him ready, rolls him over after dropping on him off that top rope. He gets the 1-2-3 count. A very impressive team and a great, great win for Colonel Parker's team. The amazing French-Canadian. Viva la France!
Well, it is true. Eric Bischoff has been suspended. We'll show you all of that when we come back. Brain, we saw Conan earlier, and I think you will agree with me that the Steiners cannot look past Conan and Hugh Morris. I know they want a shot at the World Tag Team Championship. Paul and Nash, they rightfully deserve that shot. But if they come out of Slamboree with a loss, it's going to move them down that ladder.
Well, they are going to come out with a loss because they're the way they're thinking and the way they're talking and by their actions, they're looking at Nash. They're looking for Hall. That's all they're thinking about. I'm telling you, you don't look at Conan and you forget about Hugh Morris, they'll eat you up real quick. And that's what's going to happen to the Steiners.
Robbie Brookside is the opponent.
Like Fabio.
It looks nothing like Fabio.
Same hair, or Brooke Shields, I can't really tell from where we're at.
La Parka, another one of the Mexican greats here in the USA, making a name for himself. And Robbie Brookside from the UK, Great Britain, he is out to make a name for himself here. And look at this. Side headlock by Brookside. La Parka sends him in, ducks a lariat, tried a spin wheel kick. Brookside drop kick.
Don't waste your time, pal.
So many great matches coming up this Sunday. All eyes on Charlotte and the return of the Nature Boy, Ric Flair.
Carolina's own Kevin Green.
Wow. Reggie White, Steve McMichael. It's a star-studded event.
Death
match, so many implications. We want you fans to join us. We're all going to be on hand.
Medusa and Luna.
How about that?
Who knows what's going to come out of that match?
I know, and you know we still need to try to hammer out who in the world is the ladies' world heavyweight champion. We heard it was Medusa. Sonny Ono says no. The match never took place. Medusa says, I was there, I won the belt.
Sonny wouldn't lie.
Yes, he would.
He's never lied to me.
He would lie to you, and you would lie for him.
He wouldn't lie to me, and I wouldn't lie for him. I can lie without him telling me to lie.
I know you can.
I mean, I don't lie, but I mean, if I was to lie, I could lie. I don't have to lie because he tells me to lie.
You just lie naturally, right?
I don't lie naturally. I don't know.
Up on top is Brookside.
Oh!
Parka met him.
Did he meet him? Hello. Well, so much for Fabio.
Up and down.
Now it's his turn to go up.
La Parka, that flying body attack.
Oh!
There it is.
What was that?
360 flying body attack, top turnbuckle.
A reverse 360.
A reverse 360 spinning.
Upside down, spinning
Upside
plank.
down, flying body attack.
I'll handle this.
Okay.
You want me to do it in Spanish?
Yeah.
Don't mind.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bobby the Brain Heenan will call this replay in Parka's native tongue in Spanish. Brain?
Well, a lot of people are a little rusty, but I think I got it down here. Let me get some stuff here. Okay, I got it. He runs into the corner and gets kicked in the kisser. Now he pick up the man from the top rope and smear him to the mat. Ladies and gentlemen, I come off the top rope, turn around, spin through the air like a drunken piñata, and I win the match. I'm your winner, a la Parka. Take it, Johnny.
I can't believe I was here for that either.
See? La, 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 la.
It's time for some great high-flying, entertaining lucha libre style action on WCW Worldwide. It's time for a six-man tag. How about that?
Either that, or we at the bullfight, amigo.
No, Brain, you know, I don't know if they're going to use lucha libre rules here or not, but if that's the case, then they don't have tag. It's going to be the team, as you're seeing right now, of Juventud Guerrera, Psychosis, and Lizmark Jr. There they are, and Mark Curtis trying to tell them what side to go to, and once the thing gets going, it's not
won't matter.
That's right, it's not going to matter much.
You better tell them which side of the ring to get in if they all go out on the floor.
Their opponents,
They'll take the fight any place.
another trio from Mexico, and three of the most successful. There's Villano IV, Galaxy, and Ciclope.
It's got one headlight.
It's a mask, okay?
Excuse me. Of course it's a mask. Nobody's eyes that high.
Lizmark and Villano IV will begin things. And Villano IV wasting no time getting the offense started here. We've seen some sensational maneuvers and counter maneuvers from these Mexican wrestlers, especially Hector Garza, brand new star that we've seen from Mexico over the past couple of weeks, who is not involved in this one. Look at that backdrop, or backflip. But that time, great running clothesline by Villano IV. In the ropes, ducking low now.
You know, I think the thing we forget more than anything is the tremendous conditioning these wrestlers from south of the border are in. I mean, they take a heck of a pounding and beating. And boy, they don't quit.
And no one exemplifies that more than Rey Mysterio Jr. There's a 2 count. Lizmark almost had a win. There's going to be a tag here, so it's straight 6-man tag rules. It's Galaxy and Psychosis in now. Got a drop kick. Villano IV is in. I don't know what this is all about. There's a side headlock.
Do they tag?
Well, I thought they were not going to, and then they did, and now they didn't, so heck, I don't know. Reverse back kick that time, and a big running lariat. Outside goes Villano IV and Psychosis.
Psychosis always looked like Hank Bundy to me.
And now, 2 more men are in. As 2 men are out, it's Juventud and Galaxy. Up, power bomb, old mania there. Elbow drop.
Tony, this may sound stupid to you, but who's legal?
There's no legal man in lucha libre wrestling. They're all legal.
Whoa, he didn't know where he was. He almost went out backwards, turned real quick, just stumbled out of the ring.
He sure did, head first. Lizmark, the remaining man with Ciclope, up, shoulder block, and a forearm shot, and now Ciclope up top. That's what Lizmark wants. Arm drag from the top rope down.
I would just gouge his eye.
Why not? Handspring. Backflip moonsault. 1, 2, 3.
He got him. Wouldn't have happened if he had 2 eyes.
Lizmark Jr., Juventud Guerrera, and Psychosis are your winners. And Brain there, actually the only 2 men remaining in the ring. Lucha Libre style wrestling, and your winners on Worldwide.
Now do they get to cut their ears off?
Oh, for crying out loud.
They do it bullfights.
Welcome back, fans, to Worldwide Wrestling. It's time for the feature bout, our main event, if you will. This week at Universal Studios Florida, this brand new Worldwide Wrestling. Lizmark Jr., one of the great luchadors from Mexico. The masked man who is so quick, very young, very agile, And he's going quite a test ahead of him here, Brain, with the legendary Ric Flair.
13 times heavyweight champion of the world. The man's got to have butterflies in his stomach. He's got to be nervous even being in the ring with this man right here.
And I would agree with that. Anytime you have to go in the ring against Ric Flair, it's got to be considered a big point in a man's career.
That'd be like singing with Frank Sinatra.
Ric Flair, who's attempted now to get Curt Hennig to become the newest member of the Horsemen without much success as of late. But he is still the leader of the Horsemen. Ric Flair makes his way to the ring here on Worldwide, and they're standing up for the former champ, aren't they?
You know, every time you get to see this man, whether it be on Nitro, whether it be here on Worldwide or Main Event or live in an arena, you have to do it because he's a great, great part of history. I don't believe there will be any wrestler, any athlete ever again will capture the world title 13 times and have the career that man right there has had.
And we'll have the match coming up after this timeout on Worldwide Wrestling.
This portion of WCW Worldwide is brought to you by Winter Fresh Gum from Wrigley for icy cool breath that lasts.
Welcome back to Worldwide. Ric Flair, Lizmark Jr. the bell. Ric Flair is the master at all types of holds, maneuvers, and wrestling strategy. He must combat the quickness and the aerial tactics of Lizmark Jr. here, Brain.
I wouldn't worry too much about what Flair's going to do in this match because he's been there before. He's been there with guys that were the best this sport has to offer. He's been there with guys that thought they were the best. With masked men, guys without masks. I mean, he's been in every highway, every major city, state, country in the world defending that title. This guy's nothing new to him. Just another piece of meat in front of him.
Well, you're right. He is a veteran, and now you see him float around behind into a hammerlock. Single leg pickup that time.
I think Flair's biggest trouble his whole career has been one thing, and that's his temper. I mean, you can bait him into things where you wouldn't do it to a normal man. I mean, he's just got so much ego, so much pride in himself that you could do anything to this guy and get him to bite. That's his biggest problem. That's maybe his only problem. But he always comes out on top.
So many great athletes out there, fans, but who will be the members of WCW's team coming up at War Games? Double ring, double cage, ultimate battleground against the NWO. So much riding on the line. September 14th at Fall Brawl. Next week we hope to have the teams for you on this program. Ric Flair measuring, Lizmark in trouble here, and those chops will combat any flying tactics. Look how Flair chopped him down after ducking. The moonsault attempt that time from Lizmark.
I haven't seen a whole lot of offense out of Lizmark yet. I think the guy's scared of Flair. I think he's total awe of the man. Rightfully so. I understand that.
Flair covers him and he gets the 2 count.
The man's launched no offensive yet. Listen to this. Ooh.
They can hear that one all the way down in Mexico. And now, notice how, as he focuses on the upper part of the body, a little kick to the knee.
Subtly.
That's it. And that will begin the process for Flair to end up with a figure 4 leg lock.
Just a little short tap to the knee. Let the knee know you're there.
That's right.
And that thing's stinging a little bit. He'll do it again. You watch him. He knows what he's doing. This is a master at work.
Now Lizmark getting some offense going here.
Right for the leg. Turning the knee, see? It's like a chef making a great meal. It's like one of our great attorneys in this world preparing a case.
Great attorneys?
Oh yes, we don't have enough female attorneys in this world.
Okay. And pulling back on the leg, and look at this.
Lizmark can't fly through the air if he's got no wheels to get him there.
It's almost like a figure 4 without Flair putting his legs through. Lizmark trying to combat it with a reverse chin lock, and that's pretty effective right now. Flair is hurting his round. Look at Lizmark. He got out of it. And now into a side headlock. And the fans are behind Ric Flair here, as you can see. Top wrist lock. And Lizmark going back down to the mat again here, Brain.
And he dropped the knee right on the side of his knee, Lizmark's knee. See, he's picking the man apart piece by piece. It's just about over.
Of the great moves, the great holds in this sport, certainly, you know, we know the torture rack, the diamond cutter, but for longevity, one move has surpassed them all, and the move has been and is the figure 4 leg lock, the signature maneuver for Ric Flair.
Well, the great thing, Tony, about the figure 4 was years ago there were 2 out of 3 fall matches. So if you could beat a man, let's say the first fall with the figure 4, boy, that second fall was pretty much yours because he had trouble standing.
Right.
He had trouble getting around on it. If you took the second fall with it, third fall was pretty much in your favor. So it was very important. That figure 4 set the presence for a lot of champions in this sport.
Lizmark, there's his best offensive move so far in this match, a back body drop. Follows it up with a drop kick. Make it 2. Flair goes down hard for the second straight time here. And Lizmark will send him in. Flair put the brakes on.
Oh, he smells it now. I smell figure 4.
Let's see. Oh, boy. Did you smell a knife-edge chop? Because that was a big one.
I did get a whiff of it.
Up. Flair puts him down.
Oh, yes.
What he did right there, fans, was stun the man with a back body drop or with a suplex, enabling him to put the figure 4 on.
He held him up there a long time, too, made him dizzy, made him get cobwebs. Now he's hearing bells, and it's the last bell you're going to hear, Lizmark, because we got a winner right here, and his name is Flair.
Ric Flair, fresh off of the injury he sustained a year ago. He has made his way back, looking in the best shape of his life. And who knows, maybe later this year or even into next year, Ric Flair will capture the gold for the 14th time, Frank.
Well, he told me he likes even numbers, and I wouldn't doubt it. Flair here with a big chop on Lizmark. The master here at work holds on, puts the brakes on, makes Lizmark commit himself. It's all academic now. Figure 4 slapped in. Look at there. Look how the knee is placed right on top of the ankle of the other leg. Pressed down with the pressure. The man coming out of a suplex. Dizzy, not knowing where he is. The master's at work. 13 times heavyweight champion of the world. The Nature Boy Ric Flair gets the win, as usual. It says it all right there.
For the ring, Bobby Heenan, I'm Tony Schiavone. Have a great week. See you next week on Worldwide. What a wild brawl that was recently on Thunderbrain when the Macho Man Randy Savage accepted the challenge of Bryan Adams. And then when Sting came out to help out the Macho Man, never thought we'd see that. Sting will go into the match against Scott Hall this Sunday, defending the world title. And the Macho Man, feeling the pain of what happened at the hands of the NWO recently, will go in the cage against Hollywood Hogan. What a bitter fight this is.
I'm going to tell you something about Savage. You know, I managed his father. I've seen Randy since the day he started in this sport. And I'll tell you something about him. He'll fight you. There's no doubt about that. Wait a minute. Whoa. What month is this?
I don't know, but is someone kidding me?
Wait a minute. I'm going to have to go home and buy candy now.
That's
There'll be people coming to the door knocking.
That's Ciclope, and he will face Shiima Nobunaga of Japan in this matchup.
Yeah.
Shiima Nobunaga.
Or number 53 on the menu, as I like to refer to him.
Stop it. Very bizarre outfit from Ciclope.
You think so?
Yes. Combination of the cat in the hat and the great pumpkin, I would think, right there.
Well, we had the cat in the first match. We got the hat in the last match.
Well, it's exactly like we say, it's worldwide. We are worldwide.
And maybe Nash have a big pumpkin. Where was I now? What was I?
You were talking about managing the father of the Macho Man.
Savage. You talking about Sting coming out to help him. Savage is the kind of a guy He's had all kinds of wars in this sport with all kinds of people. People have liked him. Look at this. People have hated him. People have loved him. But I'll tell you this. If Savage says he's going to do something, he'll do it. He says he's going to be your partner, he'll do it. And if he does turn on you, it's because you Savage is a good man. And as long as you're doing business with him the proper way, you can trust him.
1, 2, got a 2 count.
And Hogan knows that. And Hogan knows the hatred Savage has for him. When that bell rings and that cage door is shut, Hogan's going to know he's in the fight of his life.
Back chop by Ciclope. Nobunaga is up against the corner, but the Japanese youngster sends the big man in. Great agility up top, cover. We only got a 2 count. And Ciclope very angry now with Jimmy Jet, the referee.
Of course he is. No one in the ring can talk to him. Matter of fact, Jimmy Jet can't talk to anybody in that ring, can he?
I'm not so sure. Oh, brainbuster maneuver.
Interesting mask. Look at that mask. Very interesting.
It looks like a pumpkin. It's the colors, black and orange. The colors of Halloween.
I know.
Stop that. I don't want to hear. Him down head first.
And leaves him.
And now hit a steam. Flying body drop from Ciclope.
Save!
What did he say?
Oh, he's got something in his eye.
Oh. In the corner, in the other corner, and Nobunaga brings a foot up in the nick of time and a jumping spin wheel kick. Great balance by the young man here. Here rolls him over.
I thought he'd have to.
I did too. Nobunaga very light on his feet, very quick. He's going to come on, trying an Eddie Guerrero style frog splash, but nobody home. Up on top, drop kicked in the back of the head by Ciclope.
This looks interesting.
Oh, the old pendulum swing.
Kind of like a human metal detector.
That's what it was.
Drag around the beach like that.
The old pendulum swing, submission hold, where he pulls up on the arms and all the joints from the elbow to the wrist to the shoulder, and then pulls on the legs as well.
Well, he's been up all night, this guy.
Why's that?
His eye's bloodshot.
Oh, stop it. It's a mask.
Should be. Well, take a look here. The man with the one-eyed punk in here drops on the man from Japan. I'm not going to bother you with their name. For me to explain it to you wouldn't even matter. The big pumpkin comes off the top rope, nails Saganaka from behind, puts them in the human metal detector here, and there's your winner. That's the most I can make of it.
It's Nobunaga. Can you say it, Nobunaga?
Same to you. Hold the mayo.
All right, now we invite you to listen to this. What an event this is going to be. And the date is Sunday, the 12th of July. It's only on pay-per-view. It's on the Dish Network. It's on DirecTV, of course, with direct tickets. And if you have a large satellite dish, your ticket is Turner Premier. Dennis Rodman, Hollywood Hogan for the second straight year. The feature bout tag team, but this time, Diamond Dallas and the mailman Carl Malone will be on the other side, living legend.
Yeah, between them on the beach, perfect escape route for the worm. He can just dig himself a hole right there.
Lorenzo, the young athlete who we've seen a number of times on this program, on our sister program, WCW Pro, coming out to face this one-on-one matchup. Silver King from Mexico. Anytime you're a young man in formative years of your career, this is such a big moment for you to come out on all these television stations around the country and internationally as well and perform here.
Oh, yeah, there's a lot of pressure on these guys. In the age of satellite communications, all this goes worldwide, so your reputation is made or broken right here.
Lorenzo back to the corner. Silver King heeding the warning of referee Mark Curtis. Lorenzo, well, Great upper body development. Look at the muscles in the leg. Look at the strength, man.
But they're in good shape, and Silver King, of course, he's got a lot more experience than Lorenzo. Good movement. Up and down, and Lorenzo caught him one.
With the back elbow.
Just plain Lorenzo, nothing else?
Nothing else.
Not the great Lorenzo or... Nothing.
Nothing but Lorenzo. And nothing but chops by Silver King. Down rope. Drop kick on target. Could be over right now.
Bad positioning right there. Real close to the rope. Silver King took a shot at it. But
Did a good job pulling the man away from the rope, too.
did a good job off the turnbuckle. Lorenzo didn't see that drop kick coming. You don't think guys are going to drop kick you from the turnbuckle.
Silver King walking the ropes. Trying to moonsault, but took too long to get to the point of attack.
Well, that is pretty quick considering he's tightrope walking. So these guys got tremendous balance and will take ridiculous chances.
Into the side of the head. Holding on. Watch out. Telegraphed that one. He is quick, but Lorenzo equally as quick.
Yeah,
moving out of the way.
Silver King jumped up a little too soon, and Lorenzo, he had enough sense and balance to move. See if he can follow it up with a little elbow shot in the head. Oh, where'd he go?
Silver King on the outside. Lorenzo's following him in, and Lorenzo slow to get in, and he got clothesline right out of his boots. 1, 2.
That's the time to take advantage of him coming through the ropes. They're chanting Silverfish King, whatever.
Silver King.
Silverfish, is that a bug?
Yes.
Okay.
So he kicks him, and now tries another moonsault, landed on his feet. Lorenzo trying to get up and clotheslines him down.
Uh-oh, getting close.
Into the ropes. Ducking low, back body drop, great execution.
Yeah, Lorenzo's got to get more aggressive when he's got a man down, especially a guy like Silver King.
Snap suplex and a good cover, but only got a 2 count.
Yeah, it's delayed 5 seconds, and that's all these guys need to get a couple of breaths in their lungs, fill them up with oxygen. Silver King held on to that rope, pulled himself right over.
Silver King up on top. Another great drop kick from the top.
There's some centrifugal force.
And he beat him with it. That was a pretty tough victory, and he earned every bit of that, did Silver King. Put your tongue back in your mouth, fella.
Really, looks like a lizard.
So Andre Wednesday beats himself up. Our main event coming up next on Worldwide.
Well, all right, Tony, thank you very much, Larry. And you know what, Iron Mike? I would think that this particular matchup has got to capture the imagination and certainly the attention of El Patron, Mr. Eddie Guerrero, because I think you're looking at 2 potential draft picks of the LWO coming into the ring today on Worldwide.
Well, I would think on the surface that these would be 2 prime candidates for Eddie Guerrero to attempt to recruit to join the Latino World Order. We're looking at a pair of second-generation competitors, and that almost seems to be the norm when it comes to luchadors, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah.
This is Emillio Charles Jr. facing the masked Lizmark Jr. I can tell you there's a little interesting history between these two. You might remember back a little over a year ago when I went to Mexico City to document the history and the tradition of the luchadors in the sport of lucha libre. Emillio Charles Jr. was wrestling for a promotion called EMLL at Arena, Mexico, and one of his fiercest rivals was Lizmark Sr., the father of Lizmark Jr. Of course, we've talked about the Lizmarks, the fact that they both are from Acapulco, the fact that they both were cliff divers before getting into professional wrestling, and that they can adapt so naturally to those high-flying moves because of their background.
I think it's also important to chronicle the luchadors when you speak of some of the arenas. I mean, here on this side of the border, we talk about venues, for example, like the Trans World Dome or the Alamo Dome or Nassau County Coliseum in New York or the Forum in Los Angeles. But when you mention Arena Mexico, that is on the same level as one of the major venues on this side of the border.
Well, you'd have to put it right up there with buildings like, as you mentioned, the TWA Dome, the Georgia Dome in Atlanta, talking about a near 20,000 seat capacity arena. That so many of the stars through the years have made their home when it comes to lucha libre in Mexico City.
Thus far, it has been all Ariel and all Lizmark Jr. No count. Once again, Lizmark with a roll-up.
Well, unique roll-up, but Charles was able to avoid any attempt at a pinfall that time. Hurricane Rana.
Got it. Oh, nice reversal by Charles.
At that time, it was the power and strength of Emillio that allowed him to roll through, block the Hurricane Rana, try a pinfall attempt of his own. I guess we sort of anglicized Emillio Charles Jr., as he's known south of the border, into Emillio Charles here in WCW.
Yeah. In actuality, fans, his name is Emillio Charles. And I think out of respect, as you said, Mike, for his family and all those that are fans of the Lucha Libres and the Lucha Libre sport, the Luchadores, we shall call him Emillio Charles. That is his name.
Full extension of the leg as Emillio connects with the leg drop. Slow to follow up, however, slow to take advantage of the control that he had over Lizmark Jr.
We've got Lizmark rocked here. Wow, what a right hand by Charles.
Oh, took a page out of the Dandy playbook that time. El Dandy known for having one of the most lethal right hands in pro wrestling. But Lizmark able to fight back, scissors the leg, and then drops down with all of his weight across the knee.
And El Dandy throwing that patented right hand now on behalf of the LWO. Nice hangman's move by Lizmark Jr. Stunned Charles. But he fires back with a right hand. This guy is resilient and strong. Wow.
Scooping a slam. Looks like Emillio ready for a high-risk move. That may be ill-advised. Oh, what a drop kick by Lizmark Jr.
When you go for a move like that, you better make sure your opponent is really compromised. And Lizmark was not.
Well, there you see a trademark of Lizmark and his father. The plancha, the flying cross body block off the top rope, a move that was originally invented by his father, Lizmark Sr.
Oh, look at that. Now, that was not a veteran move. Telegraphing it and allowing himself to be cradled.
Well, that was an absolute shock that Emillio Charles would be able to just put himself in that kind of a condition. The fact that he telegraphed the back body drop just opened it wide open that point for Lizmark to roll him up. And the second generation son of Lizmark Sr., Lizmark Jr. was able to get the 3 count.
Let's have another look at it here, Mike.
Well, there you see the roll for Lizmark Jr. using his feet to propel Charles. The hangman's noose neck breaker rocked his opponent. And that set it up for the plancha, the flying cross body block off the top as he connected onto the floor. Back into the ring, there's the roll up in the win.
Well, guys, we have got a lot more action, a lot more information, and by golly, a lot more fun. Upcoming today on WCW Worldwide.
Thank you so very much, Tony Schiavone and Larry Zbyszko, Scott Hudson and Mike Tenay, here in the Worldwide Arena in the aftermath of Bash at the beach. And I tell you what, Mike, as we prepare for Road Wild coming up next month on pay-per-view, I'm torn. Do I get all pumped up and go to Sturgis, or do I just go back to Fort Lauderdale like what happened last weekend at Bash at the Beach? I had such a good time on the Atlantic coast.
Well, all the fun is going to be in Sturgis. You know that.
Oh, yeah.
So
it always is.
You have to get on your big bike and travel up to South Dakota and be a part of the experience with World Championship Wrestling.
I love going to Sturgis on the bike and everything, but it's a load pedaling up the Black Hills. I don't mind telling you.
That is quite a grade, isn't it?
Boy, howdy. Villano V in the ring. Oh, you mean motorcycle?
That's what I'm talking about, of course. The bike rally, you know, the motorcycle rally.
Usually for the last 3 years, I've ridden a bicycle up there. Well, that explains a lot. All the laughs and snickers.
A lot of finger pointing going on.
Weird. I thought it was just because of my clothing. No, I had the old logo on the shirt and everything, but please. El Dandy and Villano V on Worldwide. Referee Nick Patrick Going to maintain some order here as the Luchadores go after it, and you know Villano V is well aware of that right hand from El Dandy.
Well, you're right, Scott. There's no question that these two competitors certainly know each other very, very well. No strangers to each other. They've been involved in singles matches as well as in tag team bouts for the better part of the last decade, both in Mexico where they wrestled regularly and as well here domestically with World Championship Wrestling in the States.
Nice escape by Villano V. Villano IV still on the shelf from a couple of, well, what's it been? Almost a year ago, I guess, when Villano IV just unceremonious. Oh, man, what a right hand from Dandy. Whoa. And I tell you what, Villano V may not even remember there's a Villano IV after that right from Dandy. Baseball slide escape. Messes the enziguri. And Villano V back in control. Oh, just an open-handed slap across the chest. Ooh, a kick in the jaw. We have, drop kick from Dandy. We talked earlier about Villano IV. Raven put Villano IV on the shelf with a brutal power bomb. Oh, man, and he's been gone for almost a year, Mike.
And I had the opportunity to speak recently with Villano V, and he reported that his brother is doing much better, rehabbing both in Mexico as well as making regular visits to the Atlanta, Georgia area for rehab purposes, checking back in with World Championship Wrestling, and I understand that it's going to be just a very short couple of weeks before we see Villano IV back in active competition.
All right, there's the scoop from Mike Tenay here on Worldwide. Villano IV back in the ring wars sooner rather than later. Right now, Villano V and El Dandy. Oh, man. They're just beating the you-know-what out of each other here. Into the corner. Oh, Dandy. Boot to the chest. But he ran right into a power bomb, or power slam, rather. And I mean, Dandy, he was lucky he got his head up off the ground. That was very dangerous.
One fluid motion by Villano V, connecting the power slam with the pinfall attempt, and coming up just short on gaining a 3 count against El Dandy.
Mike, props to you. Earlier on, we saw the very special segment, the feature you produced on Bret the Hitman Hart, and that told the story better than I've ever heard it told before, and the Bret Hart story is one that needs telling. The Wrestling with Shadows movie we've all seen before, and that video pretty much summarizes everything there is about the career of Bret Hart. And in the interview from the Georgia Dome on Nitro, I don't blame Bret Hart. I don't know that I would know exactly what I wanted to do in his situation either.
Now, it really is difficult because we've never been in those shoes, the combination of all the tragic events that really befell the entire Hart family, as well as being in that kind of public scrutiny with the entire world watching. Bret Hart just feels like he's at that crossroads of his life, at the crossroads of his wrestling career, and one would think that a decision soon has to be made by Bret. I know that speaking for all the professional wrestling fans around the world, and certainly everyone associated with World Championship Wrestling, we would like to see nothing more than Bret Hart back actively competing in a WCW ring as soon as possible.
No question about it. I think aptly named the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be, Bret the Hitman Hart. This sport needs more men like him, and we especially need him right now in WCW. Villano V takes Dandy, shoots him across into the ropes. Drop toe hold, takes Dandy, beak first into the canvas here on Worldwide. Look at that, lately pulling the hair. Referee Nick Patrick letting him wrestle. That's why the referees in WCW are so good. When it's obviously used for leverage, they break it up. But if it's just two men out there wrestling, they let it go. And that is a clothesline from Villano V. Lateral press and Dandy out at 2.
Excellent execution that time of the left arm lariat by Villano V. Well, telegraphed the back body drop. Dandy tried to get him over, but the weight of Villano V prevented Dandy from taking him all the way. Missed that move completely.
Senton backdrop, nobody home. Dandy, little shoulder shove, step over, no. Dandy cut him off. Look at that.
Mahi straw cradle, there's the roll-up.
That may do it. The 3 count, that's it. With the Mahi straw cradle. Dandy, he used the right hand a couple of times in this contest, but it was an old classic maneuver. The Mahi straw, and Dandy gets the Duke over Villano V here on Worldwide, and that is a man who has held many versions of the World Heavyweight Championship south of the border. Maybe getting on track here in World Championship Wrestling in the Luchador division of WCW. I tell you what, let's go back and take another look at what went down in this contest. We will make it our Castrol GTX replay of the week. Castrol GTX, the motor oil that provides maximum protection. Drive hard. Castrol GTX.
Been a long time since we've seen the Mahi Sprawl. Shades of the Ultimo Dragon. Dandy gets the 3 count in the win.
When we come back, more action here on Worldwide.